There could be a spark for the whole cryptocurrency market. Will there be juicy action from this? Speaking of juicy action, Ripple is currently collaborating on CBDCs with 10 governments. Will let your price action follow? You can be sure we'll discuss it. And what's the most recent and hottest item in cryptocurrency at the moment? I will now demonstrate for you. So grab a seat, kids, for Monday is here. I slept a lot and enjoyed a small amount of Father's Day activities. There will be a lot of spice in this video. Bitches, choo-choo. Fans of Web3 and crypto, happy Monday. For the newest and trendiest news, you've come to the right place. Bitcoin? The comments from the viewers come first. Yes, it is correct. You left me a hot message. I might include it in the upcoming video. A little support for the station was offered by Jeremy Chushi. Jeremy, thank you so a lot. Thank you, gracious sir. Says, hopefully I'll be around to take advantage of some XRP action when it spikes. Regards, Klaus. The one and only location for truth in the crypto world. Seeing other things in the world move has made holding XRP difficult. With appeals, the case might last a few more years. Everything is annoying. Good evening, Klaus from England, Mick Bullinger says. Because it is the outermost portion of the loaf, we refer to the end of the bread as the crust. You don't eat butts, so in this house we call it the butt. We avoid eating the bread's buttocks for this reason. The video from yesterday was dubbed the hole by some individuals. Why? So we also don't eat hoes. The end of bread, what do you call it? Alert for heat. Yes, you are correct. It's growing unbearably hot outside. Is it becoming hot in your area come Saturday, gazing at a 96-degree, sunny, steamy, and muggy day? I'm going to perspire profusely, my friends. Bitcoin is currently at 65,501. I have positive market news that will be released in the next few days. ETF E3510. Will we reach 4,000 with that? BNB in the vicinity of 600 TRX would never touch that. That's a different story, ton. Now, XRP is now defying the trend at 50 cents. Examine the pullback in ICP. I have been discussing these pumps and dumps. Nothing is secure. It goes beyond functionality alone. It's all about staying current. It's all about looking hot. That's all that matters. The cryptocurrency market is not going away. For people to continue paying attention, it must stay heated. Speaking of trendy, all the newest cryptocurrencies are in. For everyone who is thinking, dude, all this useless stuff is going to disappear, this is your warning. Everything that doesn't generate revenue. No. Furthermore, individuals follow trends. Everyone is vying for that shiny object over here. What's fresh? Pepe Pizza, The Resistance, Bud, Stellar, Baby Brett, Enu, Trump Train, and Kendo. Is this thing full of foolish shit? Jesus fucking Christ. Goddamn, this stupid asshole culture we live in is so bad. Guess in either case. Here's your second chance at Whip. Therefore, you win the second time around if Whip didn't rape you. My point is that new things will always be discovered. Some token will always exist who seeks to pilfer the next big item. How about Brett giving a roar? Brett, what about him? Oh no, fine. What then is scheduled for the 20th? Australia. So happy day, mate, to all of your Australian admirers. I have a shy Australian accent like that. There's ETF activity for you guys. The Australian Securities Exchange, or ASX, has authorized the VanEck Bitcoin ETF for June 20th. Good. An ASX spokesman made this statement. Thus far, VanEck is the only applicant who has received approval, and discussions with additional issuers are still ongoing. According to Arian Neron, VanEck said this: we acknowledge that Bitcoin is an emerging asset class that many advisors and investors want to access, despite the fact that cryptocurrency investing is a contentious topic. Not all of the conversation surrounding cryptocurrency is about utility. We don't limit our conversation to memes and the newest technology. By the way, I believe those were aircraft blasting through the sound barrier. My house just shook, I heard. Those look like jets to me. Hopefully this is the case, but if it's not, I have some business to attend to. You constantly have something new going on, so to speak. However, consider Bitcoin. Bitcoin functions as a value store. Individuals placing their money there in order to, protect themselves against governments, inflation, and other calamities. Bitcoin has a speculative component. These days, it's being recorded on books as a treasury reserve asset as well. Thus, there are numerous applications for Bitcoin. We observed that Bitcoin ETFs were rich in US dollars. In actuality, the Australian listing follows the 57 billion that US BTFs have accumulated. Will Australia then join those billies? Fine. How about Ripple announcing partnerships on CBDC projects with 10 governments? All right, let's have a brief conversation about that. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, usually looks sharp in suits. But let me say this about Brad Garlinghouse and his outfits. He seems to favor blue tones a lot. Yes, he does. He tends to favor the bluer shades. My boyfriend, I wish he would add a little spice to it. Sort of take a slight diversion. Don't limit yourself to the blues. Perhaps a hint of lavender there too. We would probably want to see that. Perhaps a tiny amount of cyan? Yes, magenta, I see. Brad, that could be a touch excessive. You understand my reasoning, though. My guy, try a little bit more than just the blues. According to Brad Garlinghouse, the business is actively working on CBDCs with 10 governments across the globe. CBDCs frighten us now. Why? Because CBDCs can be used by governments to manipulate us. They are programmable. What then did Brad say? Listen to me. In other words, Ripple has made investments and collaborates with roughly 10 governments worldwide on central bank digital currencies. Well, a digital currency issued by a central bank is a stable coin. It was recently released by the government, issued and programmable by governmental entities. That's fantastic news for Ripple, therefore. For Ripple private shareholders, good news for Brad Garlinghouse and the other employees connected to Ripple. The pricing is good news. Man, I have no idea. Now let's get genuine. Many of us, I believe, oppose CBDCs. Do you want the government to have financial control over you? If you do, that's fantastic. I mean, not really, though. I certainly as hell don't want it in the United States, so if you do, get the fuck out of here. Furthermore, you most likely don't want the government of your nation to rule over you. Regarding the delicious pricing action now. Juicy loudness, please. No, does this chart indicate in any way that CBDCs will influence the price of XRP? No, it doesn't. The major players in the cryptocurrency space, macroeconomic developments, money supply, the cost of money, and well-known players like Bitcoin all have an impact on the price of XRP. When Bitcoin declines, the entire market declines along with it. When Bitcoin rises, the entire market rises along with it. Thus, CBDCs and Ripple's cooperation. Excellent news for Ripple's investors and the firm itself. Holders of XRP, no, you won't get rich off of this news. Electrolytes, creatine, and caffeine. My brew in the morning. The thing that really irritates me about the whole CBDC discussion is all the innovators out there who predict enormous financial success. First of all, nobody wants CBDCs. Many people do not desire government influence in their lives. I mean, consider this, please. The government has previously attempted to exploit the Roni Rona to lock us up in our homes. Gym closures occur despite the fact that exercising and weight loss are good for your health. Parks and outdoor activities are closed, despite the fact that they are healthy, energetic, and provide fresh air. They attempted to dominate us, and they did. What about in China, where people are physically kept inside apartment buildings by walls placed in front of them? Physical control is that. That is comparable to being handcuffed. That is analogous to playing with your spouse and saying, hey, sister, you want to play a little fun and do a little naughty or anything similar that ends in a B? Perhaps you engage in bond trading. However, it is physical control. We can also resist physical control quite easily. The government advises me to stay indoors during the storm. Go screw yourselves, government, I said. I'm heading to the park. I'm simply going to park my car somewhere so you can see it, and then I'm going to take off running. But do you really want that slippery slope today, financially speaking? Are you genuinely in favor of having all of your money digitalized? You may always lose it to the government. You might be required by law to use it for minority-owned enterprises. You might be forced to spend it with offshore businesses that the government has agreements with. With these CBDCs, the government is free to act however they like. Furthermore, I doubt that many of us actually desire that level of power. Thus, for all those in the Ripple community who are thinking, hey, Ripple CBDCs are going to make us rich, no, it won't bring us wealth. In actuality, many of us oppose it because we don't want the government to have any more power over us. Thus, use caution when making requests. And to those of you who are thinking, oh, but I'm investing in XRP and Ripple because, well, if the government controls me, at least I can profit from it, really, dude. Consider it. You demand more authority from the government. You desire more overreach by the government. There was already a pandemic when they carried out all of the pointless lockdowns. Oh, and they were outlawing fishing and other related activities. Nearby state parks were closed. Everyone, avoid going outside in the fresh air. It may kill you, fresh air. Yes, we want those governments to have even greater power over us and over our financial resources. You won't be able to profit from XRP, Ripple, or CBDCs, girlfriend. You simply won't